Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to lecture number 5 of chapter number 9, Forces and Machines. So here is the answer key of lecture number 4. Rewrite the statements to make them true. Number 1, a screw is a kind of wheel. And the true statement is a pulley is a kind of wheel. Number 2, a wedge can be any sloping surface used to raise a heavy load from a lower level to a higher level. And the true statement is a ramp or inclined plane can be any sloping surface used to raise a heavy load from a lower level to a higher level. Next is a pulley is often used to split logs or to push things apart. And the true statement is a wedge is often used to split logs or to push things apart. Last one is one of the first screw machines was invented in the 4th century BC. And the true statement is one of the first screw machines was invented in the 3rd century BC. I hope your answers are right. Let's move forward. Wheel and axle. The last simple machine we are going to do is wheel and axle. So first of all, we will do invention of wheel and axle. So students, it is believed that somebody had the idea to slicing logs to make first wheel. But the wheel by itself is not of much use. The wheel must have another log to act as an axle. If a hole was cut in the middle of the wheel, then the axle could be fitted into the hole and the wheel held in place with the wooden or metal pin. Here in the diagram you can see that there is a hole in the middle of the wheel, and in that hole axle could be fitted, and in this way wheel is of much use. Students, wheels are helpful in different ways. They allow us to do something easy for a longer time instead of doing something hard. With the help of an axle, you can turn the large wheel easily. We can move heavy objects with the help of wheel and axle. And you know that wheels are widely used in pottery, vehicles, in toy cars, and in machinery also. So what is a wheel and axle? The wheel and axle is really an example of a first class lever. In this case, the fulcrum has been replaced by an axle and the arms have been repeated around the axle to make up the spokes or disc of the wheel. So students, wheel and axle is just like first class lever. And examples from daily life are of doorknobs, water wheels, capstan and steering wheels. These all examples are from our daily life. On page 107, you can see two diagrams. In first diagram, you can see a capstan which is used to raise the heavy anchors of ships. The two men are revolving the barrel, but now motors drive the capstan. So you can see the use of wheel and axle here. In second diagram, you can see a pulley in which wheel is being used to raise a bucket of water. Can you see it? Yes. So next is complex machine. In our previous lectures, we have discussed about complex machines. So you know that when any of 6 simple machines combine together, they make complex machines. Here you can see crane. Crane make use of several simple machines in order to carry their work. A counterweight balances the load so that the crane's motor only has to move the load. So students, you know that cranes are used to lift heavy and huge objects. Next is gear. and gear is a special kind of lever. So we will start with an example. There are various kitchen appliances which are operated by different buttons. And you know that if we change the buttons, we are actually changing the gears, and by changing gears, the device suddenly speeds up. So please remember that gears are used to gain force or to speed up the machine which we are using. So many examples are there. Examples could be of food mixers, toys, and bicycles. This is the diagram of an egg whisk which use two types of machines, gears and a wheel and axle. So gear is a complex machine. Next is bicycle. So students, you know that there are different types of bicycles like racing bicycles and mountain bikes, but their structure in terms of frame is almost same. Their frames are hollow to make them lightweight and strong. And you know that bicycles works on pulley system. Due to the presence of chain and a small wheel, we can also see the gauge system as well on the bicycles, which are used to gain force. I like to give you an example. If you are climbing the hill, you will use a low gear. This gives plenty of force but not much speed. And when you are coming down the hill, you will use a high gear, and this will give you less force but more speed. So bicycle is a complex machine. Next is work and science. So students, scientifically we can say that we are only doing work if we are moving something by applying force. So if you are pushing or pulling something and that thing is moving, then you are supposed to do work. Work has a special meaning in science. Work is only done when something is moved. For work to be done, features are: number 1, there has to be a force acting on an object, as I told you. Number 2, the object must move. Number 3, the object must move in the direction of the force. So I have told you that scientifically we are supposed to do work only if we are pushing or pulling something and that thing is moving. So the formula of work is force into distance. Force is actually the push or pull that we are applying on an object, and the distance is how far we are moving that object on which we are applying force. So work is measured in joules, and it is important for your objective. Please write in your notebooks that work is measured in joules. On page number 112, you can see different diagrams. Right? Here, in one of the picture, you can see a girl is sitting and reading a book. So scientifically, she is not doing work because she is not moving anything by applying force. In the other diagram, you can see a girl is lifting a box, and scientifically she is doing work because she is applying force to hold the box and to move the box. Let's take an example. If you are pushing a parked lorry and it's not moving, so no work is done because the lorry is too heavy for you to move, so you are not doing work. So students, please remember that scientifically you are doing work only when you are moving something and you are applying force on that object. Now home assignment. So there are 2 questions for you. Please find out the answers and write them neatly on loose sheets. Number 1, what does a scientist mean by the word work? And number 2, in what ways is the wheel and axle like a lever? So that's all for today. Take care and Allah Hafiz.